regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. Two teams that have met at least twice a year since 1932. The Lions and Packers underway from Lambeau. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First play and a first throw for Rodgers. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The Packers at 13-3 now on the year. And they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Rodgers. Got a man, that's Lazard. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 22 yards there, a first down. Here's Rodgers. And it's caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Packers are on the board first here this afternoon. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll begin the drive with a run by Diller. And his defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Those defense for the Packers, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. That one caught downfield by Watson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive, and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And he stopped immediately there. Taken down on the play by Aiden Hutchinson. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They run again with Dillon. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's right. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 35. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Back to Dillon on 1st down. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Brady now to throw. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Badgley's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
On play action, now Rodgers. He'll let this go deep for Lazard, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Rodgers going to throw. He finds Watson complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 32 on the play.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the Packers who won that game on the road, so they'll be trying to win the season series here at home in Lambeau. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Rodgers now on 1st down.
Catch made by Watson on the out route.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, partner, he just surpassed 60,000 career passing yards. I remember when you and I were there when he hit 50, now 60. Where does this stop?
I don't know where it stops, but how did we even calculate this one, right? Long division? New math? Using abacus?
I trusted you. You're smarter than I am.
My calculator shorted out on this one. 60,000 yards. Congratulations.
Man, has it been fun to track his career, and it continues. Throwing is Rodgers. Touchdown! Aaron Jones with his second touchdown here in this first half. And they're able to add on to their advantage. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. Well, we have seen some rookie running backs come in and have a big impact year one. And this guy would certainly fit that bill, as that was one heck of a run there.
And what I really enjoyed about that run and what made it so impressive to me was how he improvised along the way. Sometimes on a big play, you just get the football and you take off in a straight line and go. But this time...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A.J. Dillon with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. That's complete, right side to Lazard. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Packers. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. It seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Brady. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Brady to throw. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down in bounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done. Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Running up the middle, here's Dillon. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Brady. It's complete to Williams. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Brady. Now swing pass for Dillon. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Brady. That pass caught. It's Williams. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 15-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Dillon up the middle, and he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Brady going to throw. This one swung out to Williams. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Here's Brady. Finding Williams once more, complete. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Badgley able to knock this one through, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. It got his man complete. A big play there just before halftime. 66 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. They'll try again with Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
Rodgers now on third and goal. His pass caught at the 4. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. Fourth and goal. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On the sneak, Rodgers. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Rodgers in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Up the middle they run. Here's Dillon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, and you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Brady. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And into the end
zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback.
And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he's got some space here. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On second and 11 now. Rodgers, and that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Now it's Rodgers. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And the Packers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on third down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it first and goal.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Jones again, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with career touchdown number 70. And the Packers take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. They run once more with Dillon. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Shotgun now for Brady. He's got this complete to Williams. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 45-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. This is Dillon on the counter. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd and 9, Brady. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 37. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
2nd down, another shot for Jones. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 7. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Second down at 5. To the right side, this is Dillon. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time, we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Throwing is Brady on third down. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam. But notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Dillon on the inside give. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. Running right through him. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, "Where was that all game?" Or maybe he's just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, okay, it's something to build on, and a positive comes out of a bad game because those are going to happen from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready to go in the future. But that run right there, that's what they were looking for.
Rashawn Gary, the man to bring him down. Here's 2nd and 9. Brady. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. To throw, it's Brady. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now Brady got to have this one. And he comes back with one complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving a little dab. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless, take care of the ball on the way out.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And they get the guard, John Runyon. A jet sweep, Dobbs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Now a draw play. This is Jones. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Packers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. On the counter, here's Jones. And the ball is knocked out. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. That his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From the 6. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. 79 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Jones is in. Touchdown, Packers. So he had a nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone.
He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Crosby connects on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on here to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Packer football here, first down and 10. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.